What's up everybody, Prone here, and today I'm talking about the 2023 found footage film Frogman. Found footage seems to be a fairly divisive subgenre, but it's one that I've always been interested in. There's an air of danger or unpredictability that I find very appealing. The problem though is the subgenre is so oversaturated that you really have to sift through a whole lot of trash before landing on something even half watchable.
This stupid thing, just put it down!
I'd like to say that I stumbled upon this one whilst digging in the depths of Prime or Tubi, but the fact of the matter is that the old Frogman has been on my list for a minute. So it turns out the Frogman is an actual creepypasta slash folklore coming from the small town of Loveland, Ohio, which is where the majority of the film is based. The film starts with the old video footage of a family visiting Loveland. Their car breaks down and one of the kids ends up shooting footage of said Frogman.
This is a bad idea.
Cut to 20 or so years on, and the kid, now a wannabe filmmaker, is still somewhat internet famous from the incident. And after a string of terrible short films, our lead and a couple of tropey ring-ins head off to Loveland to do the only thing that makes sense: make a documentary about it.
I want the world to know the truth. Okay. About Frogman.
While the idea is cool, the setup and shonky character development is admittedly pretty rough. Some of the townsfolk are interesting, and through them we find out some fun lore and hearsay about the Frogman, like the cult of Frogman and that he f***s.
So Frogman f***s? Yeah, he does.
This helps with proceedings, but there's no escaping the fact that the first two acts, and the setup in particular, feel shoehorned and or padded. Letterboxd reviews advise me though to stick with it, as the final act more than makes up for it, and boy were they right. First of all, the actual Frogman design is rad as, and you get to see him a hell of a lot more than other creature-based found footage flicks. The final act has so many cool ideas being thrown at you in quick succession that you can't help but wonder why the filmmakers didn't start introducing them earlier. I mean, all the cult of Frogman stuff was really interesting, and for me that's where the real story is. No shade to the filmmaker Anthony Cousins though, as the final act turns a 2-star movie into a 3 to 3.5 star one.
Do not open that door.
As to be expected, there are moments of shaky camera when least wanted, but they still give you enough solid creature effects to satisfy. At 70 minutes, this feels pretty padded, but that final act makes it worth the watch. It's the sort of thing that would have made a perfect VHS segment. In fact, Frogman Ratma would be a crossover I'd totally be down for.
Hail Radma.
Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe.